Alrighty, good afternoon. I hope you're all having a fucking awesome day. Hey, so listen, about to hit some traffic again. No surprises here. I like to use this time to clear my head and think about some stuff and talk to you about some stuff. So, obviously I can't look at you directly in the camera, so I apologize. I am focused. I'm focused on not dying and crashing my car. So I hope you don't mind that. Working out this morning and crushed legs, fucking crushed legs. I do the programming for Battle Ready, and I program myself some pretty filthy shit on purpose, because I need to ensure that I am in better shape than most of the people that I work with, because why wouldn't I be? Why would I program stuff for people that I wouldn't be prepared to do myself? So that's some of the methods of the madness. But I was wrapping up my training this morning. I did an hour and a bit on the legs. There was a ton of box jumps. I think I finished with 255 box jumps by the end of the whole workout. So it was basically everything was superset with box jumps. So it was like squat, box jump, deadlift, box jump, leg press, box jump, leg curl, box jump, etc. Shit tons of box jumps. Literally sweated through my shirt, sweated through my hoodie. Pretty disgusting. And then after the workout, I hit finish on my little watch here. Boom, there he is. Hit finish on that bad boy, and he said to me that I had burnt 1200 or 1250 calories today. And I was like, fuck me, that's a shit ton of calories, right? And then I remembered what most of the people do that do workouts and that train. They eat the calories that they've burned. So a lot of the people that I train, I tell them, don't eat the calories you burn. Now, obviously, this is subject to depending on the person and what they do. Like, we've got some people that run ultra marathons. We've got some people that do Ironmans, half Ironmans. We've got marathon runners. So now, obviously, they're a different breed. They're not average Joe who sits on the couch all day. He's like a couch potato and has come to work out and wants to get a little bit healthier, fitter, stronger, leaner. Those are different animals. So the people that do these high endurance kind of trainings, we tell them you're going to need to eat those calories back. You can't do an ultra marathon, burn like 5,000 calories or whatever it is, and not put those calories back. That's obscene, not smart. Your body's going to start eating itself. It's bad times for everyone. But average Joe, average couch potato, the fat fuck on the side of the road that has never done any kind of working out, or is living in the heyday when he's like, oh, back when I was at college, like a fucking idiot. Doesn't matter. Don't be eating those calories back. That's not smart, because all you're doing then is just staying at net zero. So let's throw some numbers at this so that it makes a little bit more sense. Let's say your BMR is 2,000, because it's the easy math. And then you go ahead and you do a workout and you burn 500 calories. And I do this for good reason. I'll get to that in a minute. But let's say you burn 500 calories in said workout. Cool, awesome. Now you go ahead and you eat those 500 calories back. Well, now you're no longer in a deficit. You were in a 500 calorie deficit by burning those 500 supposed calories. But now you've eaten those calories back. So now you're no longer in a deficit. You're at net zero. So you're going to stay at the same weight. If you eat to your BMR, in theory, you should remain the same. You should stay on it like this. But if you are in a calorie deficit, and that's the best way to get lean. Like everyone also, I mean, not everyone, there's a lot of people that say, oh, you don't need to be in a deficit. Like, shut the fuck up. Calorie deficit works. So if you're in a calorie deficit, it works. You're going to see results. Why did I do this for the 500 calories that were supposedly burnt? Because this thing right here is way too generous on the calories that you're burning. So it'll say, Byron, you burned 1,200 calories or 1,250 calories in that leg workout. And then I went onto the stair machine and I did another 20-something minutes on the stair machine. And if anyone knows about the stair machine, it's a brutal, horrible son of a bitch machine that whoever invented it is borderline a psychopath. But I kind of like it. It's a bit fucked up. I'm a bit fucked up. That's what it is. I'm probably a bit broken in the head. But I fucking like that machine. It's uncomfortable. It hurts. It's not fun. So I fucking like it. Anyway, jumping onto that thing for 20-something minutes, and my watch then said I burned 420 calories or 15 calories, whatever it was, additional. So all of a sudden now, according to my watch, I've burnt over 1,650 calories today in my working out. If I go ahead then and eat all those calories back, net zero. But going back to the air quotes that I put this all in, this is over exaggerated, so much so that if I ate those 1,650 calories that I supposedly burnt, if I put them back into the system, I would gain weight. So what I typically tell the people that I work with and the people that come to us for coaching, I say, assume that this is off by 3/4. So in this example, let's just round it to 1,600 because it's then easy math again. Let's say this watch says I burned 1,600 calories today. I say to them, if you are going to eat your calories back, eat 400 of those 1,600. Because that's probably a more realistic timeline. And it does change person to person. But for the most part, these severely overestimate. And it's not just Apple that does this. It's Fitbit, Garmin, Noom, all these fucking jokers. They all significantly overestimate just how many calories you've burnt. So don't eat those calories back. Otherwise, you're going to actually go the other way. And then what happens is you get all these people doing this and they're eating their calories back that they've supposedly burnt. And then fast forward a month, 6 weeks, 2 months, 24 months, whatever it is. And they're like, oh my God, well, I've been committing and I've been working so hard and my weight just keeps going up. I don't understand. Obviously, this fitness life is not for me. I'm just not, it just doesn't work out. Like I'm doing all the work, I'm doing what everyone says, and I'm just gaining weight. I don't understand. And then they quit and they stop doing this shit because they're like, well, I'm not seeing the results that I want. But it's because you're eating your calories that you haven't earned. You haven't burnt those calories, so you can't afford to eat them back. So here's the key takeaways for today, is that if you have got a tracker of sorts, do not eat those calories back unless you are a fucking athlete that competes in the likes of marathon running, ultra marathons, Ironmans. Then eat those calories back. And even then I say to the guys, don't eat all those calories that your watch tells you that you should be eating, because you're going to overeat, you're going to overdo it, and then you're going to feel like a piece of shit after that. So eat your calories back, but not fucking 1,600 worth. So again, today, I'm not eating those 1,600 calories back. I want to be in a deficit. Am I going to be in a significant deficit? You're damn right I am, because today I'm fasted as well. So up until now, I've yet to eat today. It's rolling on to 5:30 at night and I haven't eaten. So is it the smartest thing to do? Probably not, but my day got away from me. So now we're fasted, and it's not that big a deal because I've got a photo shoot on the 5th of October. That's the next one that I've got coming up. So I'm in a pretty dramatic cutting phase right now. So I'm not too worried about it. I'm going to get a good feed in for dinner. I'll get a decent dinner in. Couple, like not 2,000 calories worth, because 2,000 calories of clean food is rough. So probably about a 1,200, 1,400 calorie decent clean dinner in me. And then we'll do it all again tomorrow. We'll go back to it and we'll just crush again tomorrow. But stop eating the calories that you think you're burning, because that is a recipe for failure, recipe for disaster, and a recipe for disappointment. You will be significantly disappointed if you don't take on this advice, because you're going to see not the results that you're wanting. You're going to see yourself go the other way, and then like everyone else, you're going to go, maybe this fitness thing is not for me. Maybe this game called get healthy, get lean, get stronger, get bigger, whatever it is not for me, because it's just, I'm not seeing the results that I want to see. Final little thing on this, and it's kind of off in a tangent, but it's not really off in a tangent, is that please, for the love of God, if you are going to hire a coach, please hire a coach that knows what the fuck they're doing. Like, do your due diligence, look into them, make sure that they know what they're talking about. All too often, you will see guys on the Instagrams, on the YouTubes, on the Google Tubes, all this shit, coaching people on how to lose weight, and all they're doing is they're recycling other people's content. So they're not qualified in any way, shape or form. They don't even look like they should be anywhere near a fucking gym, let alone coaching people on how to work out. Here's a general rule of thumb. If you're a nutritionist, your business coach, your fitness coach, your bodybuilding coach, whatever, doesn't have the physique that you want, doesn't have the finances you want, or whatever it is that the coaching that they're providing you is, if they are not where you want to be, they're not the coach for you. So if you don't want to look like me, I'm not your coach. Yes, I can coach other methods. I've got nuts results when I've been coaching a lot of the women. Like I'm gifted in that, so I'm not going to look like a woman, but I understand their genetics. I understand how their hormones are affected by different weights, by different workouts and stuff like that. But it's because I understand it. I've been in the game long enough to know what's good and what's not good. But if your coach, let's say your fitness coach, it doesn't look like they are fucking fit, and they look like they could do with getting a fitness coach, they're not the fitness coach that you should be hiring. There's plenty other coaches out there. Do your due diligence. Make sure that they know what the fuck they're talking about. Because most of these clowns, that they'll do is they'll jump on their iTunes, the Googles, the whatevers. They'll listen to a podcast or watch a video or watch a YouTube or whatever, and then they'll write a bunch of notes. And then they'll stick their notes on the back of a computer somewhere, or on the back behind their phone, so their notes will be back there somewhere, like on the other side of the camera, and they'll just be reading. And they'll just constantly read over someone else's content, pretending to know what the fuck they're talking about. And then they'll coach you on how to get fitter, stronger, healthier. It's like going to a fat dietitian and getting fucking diet advice. Like, that's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Or going to a fucking divorcee for relationship advice. Like, motherfucker, you're divorced. What the fuck do you know about like relationships? You know how not to be in a successful relationship. So if I'm going to come to anyone for what not to do, it'll be coming to you, so that I don't end up like you. Same shit applies for fitness, for finance. If you're hiring someone who's fucking dead broke to manage your finances, you're dumb as fuck. Okay? And I'm getting a bit aggressive, but that is the reality, because I watch all too often people give up on themselves and their fitness and their health because they've hired a bunch of fucking jokers and they didn't do their due diligence first. So if these people that you're hiring don't have dramatic before and afters, they don't, like, if you want to come on board and get coaching with me, I'll put you in touch with people that I've coached. I say, hey, speak to my buddy David, speak to this guy, speak to that guy, speak to this guy, speak to this woman, speak to whoever. And I will point you in direction of multiple people, not just one person or two people, because that looks dodgy as fuck too. But I'll give you a list of 20, 30 people, 50 people. What's the number? How many people you want to speak to? I'll give you a full list of all of them, assuming that they're happy for me to give out their information. I'll give you a list of all of the people that I've worked with, so that you can see and they can tell you about it, and they can say either, hey, Byron's a fucking joker, or this dude knows what the fuck he's talking about. Do your due diligence. Ask the right questions. And I understand you don't know what you don't know, but ask questions, probe, and ask the same question in multiple ways. It's not rocket science shit. The same thing that a lawyer will do in the courtroom to confuse the jury is they ask the same question of someone multiple times, and then the variances in each answer plants a seed of doubt in the jury's mind, and it sways the jury one way or another. Same shit applies in business. You can ask the same question of someone in multiple different ways, and you'll know whether I know what the fuck I'm talking about or whether I'm talking shit, based on the consistency of my answers. Anyway, this wasn't a whole pitch about, oh, hire me as a coach. Although if you do want a coach, hit me up. I'm more than happy to talk to you, get you signed up, get you wherever you want to be. But please, for the love of God, please, 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 stop eating your calories back. Like, the biggest fucking problem that people have is they eat the calories that they think they've burnt, and they burn fuck all. Like, you're sitting at home all day, all of a sudden you go for, oh, I did my 10,000 steps, so I burnt 1,000 calories, I can eat it back. No, you fucking can't. No, you can't. Stop it. That's a recipe for failure. That's a recipe for disappointment. So stop doing that shit. Be smarter. Be in a calorie deficit. So if your BMR is 2,000, for argument's sake, and that's your basal metabolic rate, if that is 2,000, and you've worked out today, and you've burned 200, 400, 600, whatever your tracker says, eat to the 2,000. Or even better yet, eat to 1,800. Shave it by a couple hundred. And then start watching your weight drop. And if you're dropping about half a pound a week, on track. Awesome. That's fucking winning. That's what we're after. If you're dropping more than a pound a week, I would suggest adding a few calories back. But don't just do it after the first week. You need a couple weeks worth of data. So track yourself for 2 weeks, then reassess. Where am I at? Fuck, I lost 6 pounds in 2 weeks. That looks awesome on paper, but it's not healthy. On the back end of that, unless you're doing a dramatic cut, which I would not suggest you do because it's not healthy. It damages your hormones. It does more damage than it does good. But if you are in a position where you have to do that, then fuck, that's awesome. 6 pounds in 2 weeks, winning. Otherwise, let's shoot for between half a pound and a pound a week of weight loss. That's slow, steady, sustainable loss where you're not damaging your hormones, you're not putting your body into shock, you're not fucking up your metabolism. Like, there's a whole rolling effect. And if coach that doesn't know what the fuck they're doing, they will quite happily drop you 4 pounds in a week and go, look, I'm amazing, I know what I'm doing. No, motherfucker, you're doing damage. And then on the back of that, you're going to yo-yo back up and you're going to be a fucking mess. And you're going to be you'll be worse off beforehand, after your transformation or your programming than before. And that's not what this is about. Like, between Aaron and I, we don't want you coming back. We want to be able to get to a point where we set you up for success, we put you on the right journey, and then you don't need us. So after 90 days, we've given you enough knowledge and enough fucking information and know-how to never need us again. Like, if you need us for round 2, I mean, some people do because it just depends on where they are in their journey. But for the most part, we see that as a loss on our part. It's like we haven't given you the attention that you needed to ensure that we got you to where you could be self-sustaining. Because we're not about being your coach forever. That to us is not what this is about. Otherwise, then we're in it for the money. We're not in it for the money. We're in it for transformation. We're in it because we want people to be better, healthier, fitter, stronger. So, that's my spiel for today. Do you need us? No, you can do this on your own. I'm not going to lie to you. You can do this on your own. There's enough information on Google. There's enough information on YouTube. You can spend the time, or you can hire a coach. Either way, like, whatever you are going to do, however you're going to do it, just be smart about it, please, for the love of God. And stop eating your calories back. That's the final note on today. That's all I have to say. That was the big takeaway that I wanted to give you. And then I went on a fucking tangent a little bit about online fitness coaches and shit. But please stop eating your calories back unless you are an ultra marathon runner or a marathon runner or an Ironman, like I've said already. Because then, of course, that's a different ball game altogether. That's big dick energy. That's a whole nother side of life. And then I would suggest that you had a coach at that point. Like, that's different shit. Like, not average Joe is going to run an ultra marathon. Like, at some point you're going to need someone that knows what they're doing so that they can dial in your nutrition, dial in your training and all that stuff. I've gone longer than I wanted to. I apologize. Thank you so much for watching this video. I truly am grateful for you taking the time to watch this video. I've said this before and I'll say it again until I'm blue in the face. I do not underestimate how valuable your time is. That's the only thing that I know we can't make more of. So the fact that you've taken 18 minutes or whatever it is now to listen to my video and listen to me talk, I am incredibly grateful. So thank you. Please like, subscribe, share. If you know anyone that is eating their calories back, please, for the love of God, share this with them so that they can be in the know, because the damage that they're doing is just not, it's not good. It's not smart. So let's help each other out. If you think I'm full of shit, put it in the comment section below. If you think this was a useful piece of information, let me know in the comment section below. I'm open to discussion. I'm open to knowing more about what works for you, what doesn't work for you, because at the end of the day, I'm a scholar to this game. Yes, I coach people, but every day is a school day when it comes to this shit for me as well. There's no two people are the same and no two circumstances are the same. So I know that for the most part, I can blanket statement a lot of shit, but there's some people that are just out of the norm. They function a little differently. They're a bit different. So that's it. That's all I have for you today. Please go ahead, follow me on Instagram. I'm a lot more active on there than I am on YouTube. I only post once a week on YouTube. I'm on Instagram every day. But that's it. I hope you're having an awesome day, and I'll catch you all later. Cheers for now.